This podcast is a proud member of the UUOP network.
Previously on Rush of Fear.
Yeah, so my number one house this year was actually...
Bum, bum, bum.
Welcome to Season 3 of Rush of Fear podcast, where we chat all things Halloween Horror Nights, Universal Orlando's premier scare event. Tonight for episode 22, we're going to pick back up with our rankings of Halloween Horror Nights 32 and share what we thought about this year's houses. So now, let the mayhem begin.
What a rush of fear.
That's hilarious. Oh my goodness.
We're actually now a sketch comedy podcast. We will be performing SNL style audio only sketches for you.
Yes. As you can tell, we are all back and getting a little delirious because it's getting late and we cannot stop talking about Halloween Horror Nights 32. So we had to split this up we had to split this up into 2 episodes. So this is part 2. We're going to jump right back into where we left off last week.
It's good to see you again after a whole week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Thanks for hanging in there.
Oh, what a week it's been. Man.
I've been on pins and needles this whole time.
Yeah.
I'm sure they cannot wait. They have been dying to hear what we think our number one house is. They just have not been able to live their lives without this knowledge.
I know.
I honestly think that everyone's excited to hear what our number 10 house is.
Oh, that's a complete mystery. Oh, good God.
Who's to say?
All right. So question is, do we go straight through the parks or do we turn right and go that direction?
I'm queer, so going straight has never been an option for me.
Oh,
I say we turn right.
All right.
I'm outnumbered here.
All right. So you guys went more than me. So what house will we come to first?
Oh God,
First
I don't
up
actually
will
know.
be Universal Monsters Unmasked.
That's a really good one to start with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I caused a bit of controversy. If you guys have listened to UUOP lately and heard my rankings already, I'm sorry. Spoiler alert.
Oh
but
no, I haven't.
I have not.
Okay.
So
Am I
yeah,
gonna
this
be
is good.
upset, Michelle?
Might. I don't know.
want to be upset.
By the time this episode comes out, I will have heard it, but as of recording, I have not.
Okay. So
I did not
upset
pack
Lee.
my angry eyes.
I upset Lee. And I'm going to go ahead and upset you guys too, probably. So Monsters came in number 6 for me.
Oh.
I'm not upset.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
That's
Lee,
where mine came in
lost
too.
his shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Lee.
So
Shush.
The houses were good. Like they were all they're like mostly all great.
This
so,
wasn't number 6. It was just 1.6. Duh.
well, I mean,
Look at my number. I'm looking at my number 6 house, and guess what? It was an amazing, great house.
yeah,
But
they
you
are
know
all
what?
so great.
Yeah.
And this was just a product of where it fell. Like it's just where it fell, but it was still great. So I loved Monsters. It seems like every year I love these houses more and more. They just get so creative with, like, this year, the Hunchback, the way he flew down at me, so awesome. I always love that triple scare element at the end, so great. I loved, like, the entrance with, like, walking into the catacombs and the guy up there talking, and it was so cool. However, the biggest thing that I did not like about this house is there were a lot of curtains in the Phantom section, which I get. Like, a lot of people feel like Dead Space is a little bit frightening because the anticipation that something is going to jump out at them is like all they need. To me, it was just Dead Space. So
It is a little much.
That is fair. Monsters was also my number 6, but it's really just 1.6. Michelle, I thought you were going to say it was like number 10, and then I was going to have words with you.
Okay.
I was gonna get in my car and drive to North Carolina to fist fight.
In that case, if you're gonna come here, then it's my number 10. Now come visit me.
Fair. Probably much nicer weather than we have right now.
South Carolina, right?
South Carolina, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was gonna drive too far.
Oof.
What a waste of both of our time.
Oh,
rough. But yeah, Monsters was also my number 6. It was hard. It was real hard to put it there because I absolutely adored this house.
Right?
But there were some other things that I couldn't put not in my top 5. Anyways,
exactly.
Which is interesting because Monsters was my number 2, which very valid because these Universal monsters are some of my favorite. I love The Invisible Man. I love Phantom of the Opera, and I love Hunchback of Notre Dame. And I wrote my college thesis on Jekyll and Hyde, so this house was just made for me, which is nice. Because that
was very nice of them to do that.
I know.
And then you put it as number 6. You just slapped him in the face.
Yeah.
Maddy.
Well, okay. But I do think this year had some really great trigger lines. Lindsay and I still quote them to this day.
Yeah.
We were baking holiday Christmas cookies in the kitchen the other day, and just from the kitchen, as I'm in my other room, I just hear extra, extra, read all about it. And I pop out and I'm like, you okay? She's like, yeah. I was like, all right. And then I go back in. So
my baby,
my baby. The blood, not my fault.
Yeah, wow.
I will wear your face. There were just so many good triggers in this house, but also in the event altogether. And as we go through, I'll say some of my favorite because they were great. But yeah, this house was absolutely fantastic. I loved the addition of new Universal monsters to our collection within the HHN universe. As a lover of Phantom, I adored how they portrayed that whole storyline. I really loved seeing Christine Daae and Raouf and the opera owner. It was really great. And the addition of the Invisible Man was fantastic because obviously we haven't seen him yet, or have we? Who's to say?
Right.
He's always there, just in the shadows. But yeah, this house was fantastic. And like you said, Michelle, that triple scare at the end, they do that every year in these monster houses, and they are just getting better.
Yep. So good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where did you have this, Kenneth?
This came in at number 2.
Oh.
It was my number 1 for most of the run.
Dang.
Most of the run, I would go through this house and say, that's my number 1. That's the best one. That's my favorite one this year. And then on closing night, going through everything one last time, I realized there's something I like better than this.
Well, this is going to be interesting.
But Monsters, it was just hitting everything that I want. It was beautiful. The scares were good. The Jekyll scare, after the My Baby lady, when you walk through that curtain, there's the potential for 2 Mr. Jekylls to come out at you on either side, like a good double scare right there. They got me with that at least 3 times. And it was immediately as soon as you walk through a curtain. So there was no way to be prepared for it.
Yeah.
Because you didn't know if it was going to happen or not. And
but also
I think that
bar scare, the Jekyll bar scare.
When he's ripping out the lady's spine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I guess it wasn't always a lady. Sometimes it was that role could be anyone.
Yeah.
I think it usually was a female presenting person. But that scare was awesome. The whole thing, and just seeing the Invisible Man. The Invisible Man, I think, might be my new favorite monster. We watched that movie at my house during the course of Horror Nights season. And it's just so fun and good. He is a madman in the best, most fun way. Skipping down the street in just his pants, singing something about "Skip to My Lou" or some little nursery song like that. What a fun person. I love him, and seeing him in this house was so exciting. And I just love this house. And the reason that it was number 1 for so long was because for up until the very end, It was like the only house that still had the potential to scare me. Although on the last night, I got a lot of scares. I think everyone was just really feeling it because they knew it was their last night. So everyone was giving it everything they had left.
Yeah,
emptying the tank. So yeah, but yeah, I loved monsters, and I can't say enough. So I will stop.
Awesome. What do we come to next after monsters?
Next up is Naughty Dog's The Last of Us.
Well, is it safe to say that's Maddie's number one?
Actually, surprisingly, no. It's my number 2.
Okay.
Oh, fascinating.
Yes, it's my number 2. But dang, did they do a great job on this house. Like,
I'm stumped on what your number 1 is going to be now.
Ooh, it's going to be
I thought I knew, and now I'm wrong.
So our stinger at the end of last episode was actually true.
Yeah, that is a real cliffhanger now.
Yeah.
Now I'm on the edge of my seat.
Oh, man. Well,
Let me scoot back.
yeah, don't
Okay,
fall off.
we're good.
That'd be dangerous. Safety begins with you.
Yes.
But yeah, The Last of Us is my number 2. I mean, Lindsay and I came out of this house with tears in our eyes. Like, it was just everything that we wanted it to be. And it got better throughout the run, too. Like, obviously, like, scare actors need to get their footing just a little bit. So the first week was like, they're feeling it out. They're like, does this motion look better? Does that motion look better? Like, what if I jump out this way? La, 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 la. But by the end of the run, my God, this house was so freaking good. The bloaters would, like, football run at you. Like, Michelle caught it firsthand, so much so that like the house attendant was like doubled over laughing at how he ran out at Michelle.
He
fell
caught
down
me because I was trying to point out Joel to somebody who was behind me.
Yeah.
Because he was up there and I was like, look, there's Joel. And I turn around and the damn bloater is literally in my face and I took off running and he was like running after me.
But Kenneth and I were in front of you for that. And so
No, I was behind.
Were you behind? Maybe
Yeah,
I
was
was in
definitely
front.
behind.
I ran into somebody.
Yeah, because I turned to see the bloater football run at you.
Yes.
As you were turned talking to probably Kenneth behind you to like look up. And I almost peed my pants. I will admit it. I am almost 30 and I had pee-pee pants. Like, it was so funny. But this house was fantastic. And on our last run of it was the absolute best. So this is the house that we ended the event in. Which was great because we walked through the house basically alone. So like and there's not even a way to like describe it. Was we were alone. We somehow lost Kenneth. So Lindsay and I made it through the house and then Kenneth made it out like a second or two later. But it was great. The double fire clicker scare is always great. The bloater is always great. Seeing Ellie up there is just so fantastic. Like I loved this house, and I have no bad words to say about it.
Oh, what about you, Kenneth?
I liked this house a lot. This came in. Where did it land on my ranking? Just know, number 10 is the only house that I less than enjoyed. Every other house, my top 9, all
enjoyed. Yep,
very good houses that I liked very much. I would say that the number 9 was one that I said, I like that very much. And number 1 is like, is this my favorite thing that's ever happened to me? So The Last of Us came in at my number 9.
Mine too.
I liked it. I liked it so much, but of course I never finished playing the game. So, and I never got to this part of the game that the house was based on. So to me, I was kind of just going through a house. It might as well have been an original house as far as I knew, and I liked it. I thought it was very good, but it was just missing that connection. Like there were moments of like, I feel like I'm supposed to know what this is and I don't. And that's my fault. That's not the house's fault.
Yeah.
The house did, I'm sure, excellent job in translating this game, given the way that Maddy responded to it. Like obviously like a lot of people had really, really strong reactions to being in this world and seeing this story firsthand. And I think that's commendable. I think they really probably achieved something great here that is a little bit lost on me. But I enjoyed this house a lot. But given that fact that like all of the other IPs are things that I do actively enjoy and recognize, this one just fell towards the bottom.
Yeah.
You know, but it was great. I liked it so much.
It didn't like a lot of times a property, even if you don't know it that well, still translates well. I feel like this one didn't. There were some great moments. Like I loved the bloaters. Yeah. That was probably my favorite thing. But the rest of the house just wasn't like, I don't know. It didn't hit like it just, and again, maybe it was because I didn't play the game. I did watch the show, but I didn't play the game. However, like Lee, and even Chris, both from UUOP, it didn't translate great for them either. I think that they set the bar a little too high for themselves, and it didn't hit. But I don't know. I mean, it was good, but definitely not for me. It was a crazy long wait constantly, so I didn't go through it as often as I did a lot of the other ones. But yeah, so it ended up number 9 for me too. Sorry, Maddy.
Oh.
That's okay.
It's
That's okay. We still love you though.
Aw, thanks.
Yeah. All right.
I'm just gonna go join my little clicker family.
Oh goodness. Next door to Last of Us
is The Darkest Deal.
Yep.
Woo! With Mr. Pine Straw Spruce himself.
Pine Straw Spruce. So
forget Elvis. Forget BB King. No, we don't need to forget BB King, but add Pine Straw Spruce to the list of the greats.
Yeah.
Because he sold his soul to the devil.
Yeah.
This one,
He sure did.
This one came in at number 7 for me.
Oh my gosh, me too.
Wow.
This is my number 1.
What? This is your number 1?
This is my number 1. This is my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Wow. Because of the music element?
I think that's part of it. But this, I don't know. Like, it's just the story and the story that they decided to try to tell in the form of a haunted house, and how clearly they told it, and how just like the first time I went through this house, I was like, I understood everything. I understood every single thing that happened in there. And a lot of the original houses, that isn't true of. You know, you walk through it and you're like, I know what like the general premise is, but like I didn't really follow the narrative. And this one just is it made sense every step of the way. The scares were fantastic, really, really well designed scares. Really, I don't know, like this house just felt so special to me. Yeah, it pun intended. It really struck a chord with me in a way that none of the other ones quite did. It just, yeah, this one had something special for me. The trumpet. Lou Bega's Mambo number 5. No, yeah, this house, every time I walked through it, I just walked out amazed at the scare designs, the storytelling, the costume designs, just the sets. Like it was just perfect. It was perfect to me. It
was a good house. I enjoyed it. I think that for me, I was expecting it to be a little bit more like The Weeknd, because of the music thing and a music house. For me, the storyline, like the fame part, didn't translate to me the way that they set it up in the house.
Okay.
So like in The Weeknd, there were scenes where obviously we were supposed to be like in a club or at a concert or whatever, and there was like more people and it was a bigger space and it translated. This, like when he was on stage and he was finally supposedly famous or got it, and the room was empty. Like there were no scare that needed that for me. That should have felt like a bigger room with more scare actors in it. So for me, that like the part that he sold his soul for fame, I was like, well, where did the fame come from? So that didn't really translate for me. However, the Bluetooth technology with him sucking the soul, the collector sucking his soul, was super cool.
So cool.
The piano scare was really good. And I have to say that once we were in hell, like in the end, those damn scare actors got me every freaking time.
Yeah.
Yeah. The goat man.
Yes.
Goat man.
Every time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ooh,
this house was the goat man.
His house was the goat. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I thought the way that they told the story was so unique, and I loved the blues element because I don't think that's something that we've had previously. And the Bluetooth technology, like you said, was really, 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 really cool. And I loved it. And it's really not number 7; it's number 1.7. So.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
So difficult to put these in an order because I loved it so dearly.
And nobody mentioned
and when I finally the piano scare. Is that what you're talking about?
It took
the paper, yeah.
It took me so long to see the piano scare.
Me too, but once I finally did, after that, I got it every single time I went through the house, and I was like, "Ha, yes!"
Yeah, so
I
good.
love it.
So good. And nobody mentioned the signature, like the light up
Well,
signature at the beginning. That was so cool.
Oh, that is the coolest.
I think that this house went through the most changes throughout the run. Because once again, I feel like every time I went through it, there was something different, a different trigger, an element that had been changed, things like that. Like my last run of the Darkest Deal, the Bluetooth technology was not working.
Oh, bummer.
Oh,
I know. And it's okay. Like, it's fine. They did a really cool, like, I guess, B show. But like the last couple of weeks, the collector at the beginning wasn't holding the piece of paper anymore. It was like on the fence post behind him. And it sometimes lit up and it sometimes didn't. But for someone who works at a very technologically advanced attraction, I understand that not everything can work the way it's supposed to all the time. So
right.
you got cut it a little slack, learn what works, learn what doesn't. And for a temporary event, like you'll have to change things throughout the run to make sure that the actors are staying safe, to make sure that the guests are staying safe, but you can still have certain elements in place in the off chance that like something doesn't work.
Yeah.
So, it happens.
Awesome. Huh.
What's next? Oh, I know what's next. Dr. Oddfellows.
Woo-hoo!
I almost said Dr. Oddfellows Dan of Antiquities, but that's not correct.
No.
Dr. Oddfellows
Twisted Origins.
Yeah, that one.
Where did that one land for you, Maddy?
Number 9.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Don't get me wrong, it was really, really cool. And once again, I loved seeing the origin of Dr. Oddfellow. I loved seeing him get his power, watching his whole storyline happen. I loved seeing the carnival with all of the different elements relating towards Jack and Chance, and that last show scene where you're like inside of his his cart,
yeah,
and everything glows and it's really
very
cool.
cool.
I thought that was fantastic. But this house, it wasn't one that we did often. It was a little overstimulating sometimes, which is good because I think we do need more houses like that. But I think at a certain point in the house, I was like, this is always just too much, like right here. And now I would
because it was claustrophobic.
I don't know so much as claustrophobic, but like it was loud. It was loud. Like no other house did I have to wear earplugs through, but 9 times out of 10 I put loop earplugs in to go through this house. Yeah, which may just be like a me thing, but I loved it. It was just not my favorite.
Yeah, it came out right in the middle for me at number 5. And I mean, I really did like this one. This was also one of the ones that I did during my Behind the Screams tour, and they specifically and on purpose made this a claustrophobic house.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I was talking about Vamp and some other things that from last episode. I like being overwhelmed. I want like lots coming at me. I don't know if that's like because I've become desensitized and so now I need more. So I like that it felt claustrophobic and that I couldn't get away from things. And good God, if we had recorded 8 years ago when I first started coming to this event and you listened to how I would talk back then versus how I'm talking now, you would think we're two different people because back then I was like closing my eyes and plugging my ears. And now I'm like, yes, touch me, get so close to me that I can't get away.
For legal purposes, please don't touch the scare actors. And if the scare actors touch you, it was definitely not on purpose. It was an accident. Okay.
Yes.
That was coming from HR. Yeah, I got that from up top, upstairs.
I should wear a t-shirt that says, if you touch me, I will not sue. Scare actors only, though. No. Anyway, I like when they're in my face. So I liked like all of the scare actors right next to me in the hallways jumping out. And I liked the clown atmosphere and how they were like silly but creepy. And I loved the lion. Good God, whoever that puppeteer was.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
the lion was aggressive.
He either has really good depth perception or really bad. I'm not quite sure which one it is because he got so freaking close with that lion. Like, he had to have accidentally touched some people throughout that run.
Just little wispies of a lion's mane.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good. And I love for those of us who are all into the lore, all of the different Easter eggs that were found in this house. It was good, but it just landed at number 5 for me.
This is also my number 5.
Okay.
And I loved this house so much. This was the first time I was going my first night at Horror Nights, going through like more than the 2 houses we did on opening night.
Yeah,
right.
2 or 3. When we got to this one, I was like, okay, this is the best house of the night so far. And then, I grew to like other things
exactly.
more. But this house just had so many cool things, so many memorable triggers and moments.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the scene with the knife throwing, and it had the air bursts coming out from the walls next to you. Mm-hmm. And then it had the head being smashed with the big mallet on the...
Yes, and it's spraying water on you.
Yeah, like this house just had so many cool things and representing all those classic carnival tropes in this way. And then something I didn't even realize until way later, but every zodiac is represented in the house through the performers.
Yep.
Which is so smart and so cool. And when you know that, you're like, oh yeah, obviously there's a lion, there's the bull, there's a 2-headed lady, there's like the scorpion lady, there's like so many.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course they're all there. I still don't know which one is Libra. I guess that's the hardest thing in the world to represent. But
did you know that the cipher so what they did before Halloween Horror Nights started, where they did that code thing that people had to break the code? The cipher for that code is hanging on the wall in Oddfellow's little cart thing towards the end.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay. I wish I knew that when I could do something with that information.
Sorry. But it's just cool that they have like stupid things like that most people wouldn't know, but I don't know. It was just it was a cool house full of all kinds of cool little things.
Yeah, it was really cool. I like the claustrophobic feeling. Dying laughing is my favorite trigger of the year, I think.
Dying laughing.
Yeah, I love it. Oh, I love it. It's so cute and adorable. I think this house is really cool, and I like the carnival vibe. Also following up on something I said in last week's episode about the freak shows. The freak shows were in Horror Nights 2007 Carnival of Carnage.
Okay.
not the year with Cirque du Freak, which was 2 years later in 2009. So it did tie in very, very well to the overall theme of the event that year with the Carnival of Carnage and having a real freak show. And I think that it would have done the same for this year. But anyway,
for sure.
Oddfellows, I love the house. I wish the zone felt as immersive and fun, but this house was great. I loved it. Number 5.
Sweet. So now let's talk about the best house of the entire event that I'm sure nobody knows where it's landing in our list, and that is Chucky.
The ultimate kill count.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's very fitting that this house is called Ultimate Kill Count because the word ultimate means like final or last.
I hope so.
Which is where it lands in my rank.
Mine too.
Me too.
Yay.
Which it makes me sad because I've never seen a Chucky house. Like I've seen the Chucky Scare Zone, but I've never seen a Chucky house. But I've seen videos, and I remember the portion of the Chucky walkthrough that Universal Hollywood had of their like permanent
House of Horrors.
Yeah. And it was a really cool area, but I don't know what it was about this house, but
they tried too hard.
I did not enjoy it. Maybe like new Chucky is not as cool as old Chucky, but I don't know. It was not good.
I think that the storyline was awesome and also its detriment. Like, so if it had translated well, this whole meta thing with Chucky taking over his own house would have been fabulous. But it did not translate. Like it was not at all. It just made this big mess of a house that made no sense. It
was also just dark. It was a dark house. There were not a lot of scare actors. Obviously more puppets than physical scare actors. But even some of the puppets, like there was one Chucky that came out sideways. And even in the first night that we went through this house and I saw him, his hair was super disheveled because of the curtain that the puppet went through. And
then at some point his hair wasn't there anymore. Did you ever see it without his hair?
No, I only went through the house twice.
Yeah, no.
The first time and then the one time on the RIP tour.
No, like, there was a bald Chucky.
Nice.
Yeah.
I liked bald Chucky. I felt a kinship with bald Chucky.
Oh, so cute. I liked his little feet sticking out from under the cabinet that one time. That was cute.
Yeah, but it was just too dark. There was no lights on any of the show elements that we were supposed to be looking at. And I don't know. I walked through and I was like, oh, I think I was supposed to see things, but I didn't.
The best part was the very beginning with the very first puppet, not even puppet, animatronic. That Chucky who was talking to us as we entered the house was awesome. That was cool, like super cool.
Yeah.
And I'm sure very expensive, which is why they didn't duplicate that and have it throughout the house. But it was just so bad, and it was so long for such a bad house too. Just not good.
And that's not to say that this area for a house is bad, because it worked last year with Blumhouse. So I don't think that it was the house setup.
I think that this house setup needs to be a double feature, like how Blumhouse did it last year. I think the gap between the Fast and Furious building and the tent is there's no way to stream. Or
it would have worked for Last of Us. They could have put Last of Us over there.
Yeah, you're right. That would have worked for that. There are ways to make it work, and this house made no attempt to make it work.
No. It was confusing when you got to that outdoor portion, and then the guys up there talking like
that made me so uncomfortable.
I'm like, what are you?
I never knew if I was supposed to interact with him or not.
I know.
Yeah.
Like,
awkward.
we're not in a scare zone. Am I supposed to talk to you? This doesn't feel right.
I know.
I would talk to him, and I would be like, what do you want me to do? Like,
right.
And he was like, go tell someone. And I was like, okay. And then I would find the next house ops person. I was like, hey, that guy back there told us not to go in here.
Yeah.
And she was like, Don't listen to him. It's fine. I was like, okay.
That guy's telling me to leave, and after doing that house, I probably should have listened to him.
Yeah, I should have listened to him.
And it makes me so sad because I don't want to like poo-poo on anything that, HHN Creative does, because I think that they are some of the most talented people out there. And I don't want to poo-poo on the fact that the scare actors in the house didn't do a great job, because they did. It was just, unfortunately, very similar to like the final season of Game of Thrones. It was what they were given. And there's nothing,
it just didn't work.
It happened.
It just didn't work. It was a learning
and that's okay.
experience.
We'll try it again.
However, it did have a guest activated trigger in it, and that was fun.
That was cool.
What's it do?
It's always fun to press a button.
It lit up the fireplace and made smoke and everything come out of it.
And I think it activated the Chainsaw Chucky scare. There's like a little Chainsaw Chucky in a little window that would open.
In the Christmas one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was my other main issue, is we were walking through kills that had already happened.
Right.
But I wanted to see the kills happen.
Right.
I didn't want to see a mannequin that was already cut. I mean, I know that we can't do that. Like, you can't cut a person in half.
No, but
like,
they pretend. We see people get their spines ripped out, though.
Yeah. So I just, we were walking through, it was like walking through an art museum, but bad. Like, nothing happened. we were looking at the paintings of the thing that Chucky had already done, but not physically seeing Chucky do it. But also, it was like walking through an art museum that was bad, but also with my eyes closed because it was such a dark house.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Yeah. I was wearing like those drunk goggles as I walked through.
We have given this house way too much attention.
That's true. Moving on. What's next?
Yes. So after Chucky, we come across.
Oh my God, I know what's next.
Yeti?
Yeah, it's the Yeti.
Yes. Yeti.
Yeti Campground Kills.
Ooh, baby.
Ooh, baby.
This is such a good one.
Wow.
So this turned out to be number 3 for me.
Oh my gosh, me too.
Whoa.
Yay, this never happens except for Chucky.
Yeah, this was so good. And this actually on my hype list was really low. It was number 8.
Me too, I think.
Yeah, but I loved it because I remember at the beginning before the event started how campy you guys said it was going to be and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't like campy. Well, they did this one. I mean, it was a little bit campy, but it was good. It was good campy.
It was the comedy house. Like, we know that for sure.
Yeah.
And man, they nailed it. Because it was, the scares were good, the laughs were good, the jokes came across like,
what the hell are those things?
Yeah, or
and like
look it, it's dead.
It's dead.
Right, and like it had us cheering for the Yetis instead of being like super afraid of the Yetis, which is great. Loved it.
Did I talk about what my sister said going through this house?
Yes, in our first review of weeks 1 through 4.
Okay, perfect. Well, then I'll go back and listen to that then. My sister, who does not like Halloween Horror Nights, but I coached her and guided her through 4 houses, which is more than she's ever done in one visit to Horror Nights before. She was cheering those Yetis on, and
it was so good.
Really having a good time with this house.
It was so good.
Yeah.
I loved it so much. The actors were spot on. They were funny. They were very interactive. Like, I can't tell you how many Yetis I interacted with in this house, which was so fun.
The bear.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
HHN Bear was there.
HHN Bear. Bear. He was so great. I got so excited to see him every time I went through that house. But yeah, this was just, it was so fun. It was so fun. What a good atmosphere. What a good continuation of the furry tall creature multiverse that HHN has created.
And you know what it had that I loved was scares that don't take 15 minutes to reset like the last house did. where I had
Yeah.
so many scares that they just refused to let me see. I felt like I saw everything every time I went through this house.
Yeah.
And it's just exactly what I wanted.
Yeah. One of my favorites, specific shout out to the kind of grandma with the frying pan who was
Yes.
trying to ward off the Yeti with the frying pan. I loved her. I would cheer the Yetis on until I got to that scene, and then I'd turn and like cheer her on, and then I'd like look at the Yeti and be like, sorry, I love you, but she's great. Like,
Yeah.
what can you do? You killed her husband. She has a frying pan. She clearly wins in this scenario. Like,
Yeah.
It was such a great house. I loved it.
And I feel like the storyline had a really good, maybe not storyline, but like the experience, just the trajectory of events had a really good sense of momentum of like, it never felt like there was a dip or a lull. It felt like, okay, things just keep happening and piling on top of each other.
Yep.
And like, it just gets more chaotic and sillier and gorier. And like, just like everything is just building up and up and up.
you see a baby get its head ripped off. I mean,
like, wow. What more could you ask for?
you got a dead baby Yeti, an actual human baby that gets its head ripped off. Like, it's just, it's
but
great.
heaven forbid we put a dead dog in there. The dead dog had to go.
Well, yeah. Did you y'all see the dead horse was missing from Monsters for like a couple days, and then they brought it back?
Really?
Yeah.
No.
That's weird.
Yeah, I went through it 2 nights in a row and there was no dead horse, and then all of a sudden I went through it again and I was like, oh, the dead horse is back. I guess we're okay with it again.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there a dead dog in a house this year?
Yeah, it was a Yeti.
What?
It was
There
a Yeti.
was?
Yep. It went away after the first night.
Where was it?
I
It
thought we were
was in
talking
front of
My
the
House Depths of Fear.
It was in front of the trailer where they had the baby's head getting ripped off in the silhouette.
Oh,
It was
weird.
And if you could hear the dog whimpering, so the sound was still there.
Again?
But
Oh.
there was actually a dead dog there in the beginning. I was told this on our RIP. There was actually a dead dog there, and by the second night, it had been taken away.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because my boo hole in Depths of Fear was directly next to the dead dog in that house. And that always had people talking
So
about
funny
it.
how we could see dead people. Like, over the whole event is dead people. But you see a dead dog and everybody's like, oh my God, that's not okay.
I will say,
My baby.
the first time I saw that silhouette of a baby's head being ripped off was one of the only like my mouth was just open of like, oh my God, I can't believe they put that
Right?
in here.
It wasn't even just the silhouette of the head being ripped off. If you watched long enough afterwards, on like a pendulum, the baby's head would smack against the window and then
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it was
gosh.
just, I was just like, they put that in here. Like, I can't
Yeah.
believe it. And it was so, it's like horrifying to the point of being hilarious.
Exactly.
Like, and that's what a lot of this house was just like, this is just silly fun.
And that's why they could get away with it,
Um,
because it was like the
yeah.
silly house. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was a good one.
Next
Oh,
to
I loved
Yeti.
Next to Yeti, we
is
have Dueling Dragons.
Dragons.
Oh, yeah.
The goat.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all had this real high on your
It
original
was my
ranking.
number
I
one on my
do-
hype list.
Yeah, I
Me
remember
too.
getting chewed out a little bit for not being my number one, but it's now my number 8, unfortunately.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's my number 4.
Nice.
me too.
It's okay. Maybe next year.
Michelle, I feel like usually our rankings are very different,
Right,
but
but-
today we're lining up
I know,
real well.
we really are.
That's fair.
Why did you have it,
It
so
was
low?
good. I don't know. I don't, once again, and I it's so funny because you're like, I loved it, but like actually though, I loved it. It was so good, but I had things that I liked more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. I felt like every time I went through it though, there were scare actors missing, and so only
Which
once
makes
or
a
twice
big
did I
difference.
get like, Yeah, only once or twice did I get like a full run through where like I actually saw every scare actor that was supposed to be there. But I will say that Lindsay and I are very good at saving the realm because we got Merlin every single time except for twice.
Wow.
So
I was able
Good
to see
job.
all 4 show endings.
Nice.
I finally saw my last variety on my last walk of this house.
Nice.
Which was Merlin winning on the fireside. That's the one I never saw.
Yeah.
Until the very
last
last
one.
time.
This
But it
one
was
that
great.
was
The
so
technology was
beautiful. Like it was the beautiful house to me. All of the lights that they utilized and the walls and the costumes were great. It wasn't a scary house at all. But the costumes were just so cool, and I loved that scene where the 2 warlocks are battling each other over your head. And like
that was
reaching
cool.
out with their gowns, like touching you and stuff. That I love that so much.
I do wish that scene though was bigger. Like I wish that it wasn't just a hallway and they were in their little holes. I wish that it was like a bigger scene, like how they had the 2 dragons on the castle. I wish it was something similar to that, where it was like maybe we could have moved that scene into where it was the one static figure and then Pyroth
with the book.
Why didn't we have 2 scare actors in there dueling? Because I think that would have been an even better section for it. But that Bluetooth technology was really cool.
Yep.
On the warlocks.
Big
I
fan.
really enjoyed that. Getting to go back to the like Merlin Wood and everything and hear Merlin and see the Enchanted Oak and all of that was absolutely fantastic. Like you can't and like everyone's talking about now how they want to have like a Poseidon's Fury house for next year. 100% agree. Being able to go back and experience things from like my childhood would be great. Like Jaws house next. I don't know. Like Confrontation house next. Let's do it. Like why not?
Yes.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
It was a good house. I mean, I still really liked it. It was still number 1 quality for me, but there were just 3 others that I ended up liking more. But I did love this one a lot. I have no complaints about it whatsoever.
Nope.
This was in my top 3 for most of the run until the last time I walked through Yeti and I realized, you know what? I like this better.
Yeah.
And it was hard to come to terms with that. It actually was. It kind of hurt me to bump Dragons to number 4. Like I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that it was happening. Because this house just Islands of Adventure and Universal were like my weekend hangout spots growing up. Like those parks really feel like home to me. Just the days upon days that I have spent there from the age of like 10 to now. And Merlin Wood and the Dragons and the Enchanted Oak restaurant were one of those areas that I spent the most time in. I just loved that area, and we hung out there. We ate there all the time. We would just go on Dragons over and over again, and seeing all of those moments from that land and that queue recreated in this house, like honestly made me emotional. Like it was really special to me. And I think if the house were scarier, it would have been number 1, like undisputedly. But it still hit all those special nostalgia buttons for me. And I think it was the nostalgia and how beautiful it was that helped it be strong. But then it not being more scary or more fun is what made Yeti top it and what helped Darkest Steel and Monsters top it. But like, yeah, I loved this is an all-timer for me. Like Dueling Dragons was a dream come true type of scenario here for me. It was so good.
It was so good. So up next we have Stranger Things, which
Stranger Things 4, which is the third Stranger Things house.
So I I wish that I could say about Stranger Things the same thing that you just said about Dueling Dragons, Kenneth, and that you loved it and it was nostalgic and, you know, it's like exactly what you were looking for. So I love Stranger Things like so much. I'm probably the biggest Stranger Things fan of the three of us. But this house just was awful. And it ended up at number 8 for me.
What?
Yes, number 8.
Man.
I'm so sad about it too.
I'm acting shocked, but it's number 7 on mine. Oh. But I don't think it was awful. I thought it was fantastic.
No. No. Okay, I wouldn't say awful. Awful should be reserved for Chucky. So it was not, it did not reach my expectations as a lover of Stranger Things. There was too much space. Like the space for what they needed to do was too big. So it didn't give the sense of fear like I wanted. There was a lot of just like openness. For instance, that room with the coffin, it was just a room with a coffin and like black curtains, and then the old lady jumps out. Like, what was that? That was silly. There should have been more in that. Like,
yeah, I agree with that. This is my number 5.
What?
Yeah, I loved going through it. I always had such a good time running this house. But I will agree with you on that one. It was interesting because it took me a long time to figure out what was missing, and it was roofs or things above my head, if that makes sense. Like going through Yeti, yes, if you looked up, you could see the ceiling, but there were things in the way. There were trees that were taller than me. There were branches that hung over to kind of block it out just a little bit. I thought about going through like Exorcist, which we'll talk about a little bit later, or going through Blood Moon, which we'll talk about a little bit later, is yes, you could look up and see the roof, but there were always things taller than you to make it seem like you were in an enclosed space. You were inside of a little town shop. You were inside of a campground, whatever it may be. Even going back to the Winter's Wake last year, yes, if you looked up, you could see the roof behind the boats, but there were always something kind of covering it just enough that it kept you inside of the moment, which Stranger Things in some scenes didn't have. Specifically that coffin scene. Another one that I'm thinking of is Vecna's mind layer.
Yes.
With all the red. That was another one where I could see the top of the rungs.
Yes.
Where the curtains. So I do agree with you on that.
And there weren't like enough scare actors. I don't know but I went through this a lot. So it just always felt like there weren't enough scare actors, especially in the mine layer. There was really only that one, and you might have gotten lucky and gotten the second one as you were exiting the mine layer. But in that big room where there was so much potential for scares to happen, there was just that one Vecna.
Yeah, it was interesting. And, I don't know if we did actually have a strenuous relationship with Netflix or if that was all just a big rumor. But like maybe this is all that they could offer us this year. Maybe this is the licensing that they let us have. Who's to say?
Right.
Maybe we used our budget on getting Stranger Things 4 to begin with, and then this is just what we had left to do.
Right.
I've watched walkthroughs of Stranger Things in Hollywood, and now Hollywood is known for obviously those hallways with the black curtains and everything, but their Stranger Things house, besides one or two show scenes, did look fairly similar to ours. So like I'm wondering if it was just kind of like this is what Netflix gave us, so this is what we have to work with kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not to say that I didn't love it, because I did. I love all of those characters. I was surprised and delighted with some of the specific scenes that we got. Like I was happy to see all of the Henry Creoles, and I was happy to see the 11 versus Henry Creole scene.
Yes,
and I
that
was
one was good.
Happy to see young Henry Creole with the spiders. I thought that was interesting. I was really happy that we got to see Lucas versus whatever that douchey basketball guy's name is with like Max hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
like everything. I loved all the show scenes that we got, and everything else is just kind of like it's whatever. Like there's nothing I can do about it now.
I loved the upside down room where Dustin was up above us in the ceiling. That was super cool.
Yeah.
And then I loved the scene where Elle and Henry were battling, I guess you could say. But those were very cool. But it was all right. And even like Chris and her friend, who that was really the target market, I would think would be that preteen, early teen age demographic. Even they were like, I mean, it was good, but it was okay. It wasn't scary. So
yeah, it wasn't as scary as that first house was. I will say that. And I don't know if it was because the sets were just too big and too wide open that you couldn't feel like it. I felt that walking through the Stranger Things experience that's been like traveling the country would have been more effective than this.
Yep.
But I personally still had a good time, which is why it's my number 5.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's my 7. If I don't know if you've been paying attention to where the things have landed, but the 4 of the 5 IPs landed at the bottom, and then the other IP is Universal Monsters at number 2. And this is the top of the rest of the IPs for me.
Fair.
I thought it was I liked it. I thought it did give me the moments that I wanted to see, and I didn't take issue with the way that those moments were presented. And I know that, a lot of people did have issues with certain elements of like how things were portrayed, but it worked for me. Like I can't really say much more than that. I was happy with this house.
Well, good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I guess feel like they ran out of budget or something to me. Like there were just a bunch of holes.
I can see that, and I can agree with that, and I won't argue against that. But like, I don't know, it just didn't bother me. I liked what was there rather than missing what wasn't.
That's good. That's nice of you, Kenneth.
I did giggle that they gave us the Eddie death scene. I thought that was very funny.
Yeah.
A good time.
Yep.
What's next? Ooh.
What's next?
Up next is Exorcist Believer.
I know what Maddy's number 1 is now, by the way. I figured it out like 3 houses ago. I was
did
like,
you?
I know what it's going to be.
Okay.
Yeah. I know what
it's
going to be.
Too. I bet you don't know what mine is.
Is yours Exorcist Believer?
Yes, it is.
Wow. Number 1.
Yes. Surprisingly.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I've always known I was going to like it because, as we know, I love a good exorcism. But
yeah, you love demented little girls possessed.
Yeah, like when they're children,
kids.
It's even worse. So,
yeah.
This house, the first time I went through it, was the first time I had gotten like that scared in a house since my very first time at Halloween Horror Nights, which felt so good. I was so excited to come out of that house and be like, I feel like the brand new HHN virgin me again. It was great. It was so good. And then it died down a little bit just because they had to dial it in. I think, I don't know what happened, but I think they dialed it in a little bit in a couple of scenes. But it doesn't matter. No matter how many times I went through that house, I was like nervous to go through it, which is so refreshing. I think it was like full of scare actors in all the right places. It was multisensory. Like there was wind, there was water, there was glowing things. It was so well done.
You forgot the most important sense.
Yes.
Smell.
It stunk too, which is fun.
Was so stinky.
The makeup artists that they did, like the artistry they did on these girls, so freaking good. Like spot on. The girl that was sitting in the chair, in the
Oh my
first
God, okay.
scene.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Snaps to her
Yeah.
because wow.
I literally shit my pants the first time I went through that thing.
Yeah.
It was so
And they never
good.
got the smell out.
No, it just stayed. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah. That girl, I mean, I think Kenneth and I almost pooped our pants too on our RIP tour. Or maybe it wasn't our RIP tour. Maybe it was just when we were going through it together. But God, I don't know to this day what she did, whether it was her boots or she moved the chair, but she got Kenneth and I so good.
It was the chair, I swear.
She's like, there were sometimes you'd go through it and she would be so still when you're like walking behind her coming around. You would think that maybe they put a dummy there because whatever reason, because she was so still. Move. And then all of a sudden she would reach out at you and oh my God, it was so good. Yeah, and the glowing floor.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. So then I went through the house several times before the movie came out. And then I saw the movie on its preview night before I came back to HHN for my October run through. So then I was able to do the house again a couple of times after having seen the movie. And it was even better after seeing the movie. Like, and even going through the house as like a preview to watching the movie, it was just such a cool experience. Like, brilliant idea to do the house before the movie comes out. It was just so good. I loved it so much.
Yeah.
I did.
I think it definitely worked in the promotional aspects. Like, I think a lot of Horror Nights people went to see that movie because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It was so good. Where did you guys have it?
I have it at number 4.
Okay, that's not
so
too
it
shabby.
Shot up because this was my number 9. I specifically remember not being excited for this house. So it was number 9 on my original hype list, and it shot up to number 4.
That's good.
I never came out of this house without the heebie-jeebies. Like,
yeah, right.
And most houses don't give me that. Like, there's nothing that I have gone through in my, what is this now? 6-7 years of going to the event where I left and I did like a full body like
yes,
but this house did every single time. And I don't know if it was the multi-sensory experience, if it was just, I don't know, like
the subject matter.
Yeah, my Catholic trauma that I have from childhood. Like, who's to say? But this was so good. And I still haven't seen the movie yet. I have not had time. I am going to go. But I am very excited to see it after going through this house.
Yeah,
so it's my number 4.
Yeah.
This felt like a traditional haunted house to me. Like it's what you expect something that's haunted to feel like.
But like in the modern times, like it's a traditional haunted house, but they have updated it to 2023.
Yep.
With the very specific like modern style show elements.
Yep.
But every corner had a scare actor.
Mm-hmm. It was full of them.
Yeah, it was a very crowded house as far as scare like locations. This is my number 8, and again, I really liked this house so much. But man, like it was too effective for me. Like it was very scary to me and like almost to the point of unpleasantness of like, I don't like this.
And that's why I loved it.
Yeah, no, but like the more I went through it, the more I liked it. And like after seeing the movie and being able to recognize that, I definitely like appreciated it more. And I liked, this was one that throughout the whole run, I was always like reluctantly agreeing to go through it with people if they wanted to, like, okay, I'll go in it. I don't love it. And by the end I was like, you know what? This is good. I like this house. Once that, it took longer for it to wear off on me that there's always some anxiousness going into houses for the first time of the year, before you know where things are. And it took the longest for it to wear off on this house. Not until like the last 2 times I did it, I think. But yeah, just I enjoyed all the other things more. That's all. But I liked this very much.
It was just a little too scary for you, little Kenneth, huh?
It was. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We are down to our last house. In case you haven't figured out
made it back to the front of the park.
where it lies on everybody's list, well, we'll recap that for you. But let's talk about Blood Moon Dark Offerings.
Yes.
Maddie.
A house I visited many times.
What did you think?
Oh, yes. Well, if you have been keeping track, this is my number one house of HHN 32. And I am not ashamed to say that in the slightest.
You shouldn't be. Nope.
No.
Yeah, why would you be?
I don't know. I and if you were holding your breath until this point, good for you.
Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. Say it again.
Okay. So my number one house of HHN 32 is Blood Moon Dark Offerings.
Oh!
What?
Comical cast.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Crazy
what a payoff.
town. I know. It's been a long time coming. No, but this house was fantastic. Going through this the first time, I think I had my mouth just like wide open because like just walking around like wide-eyed, deer in headlights, mouth ajar, just like this is the coolest fucking thing I have ever gone through.
It was.
The idea, the original idea behind it is incredible to me. I am a big fan. I'm very narrow spicy, if you can't tell. And growing up, I had an obsession with Colonial Williamsburg to the point where for one of my birthdays, my parents got me like you can be a Colonial Williamsburg kid for a day. And so they took me to Colonial Williamsburg and I dressed up in the outfit and I churned butter and I made candles and I picked plants. And
Is that why you wanted to go to school in New England?
Yes. I was actually getting recruited to the University of Williamsburg and I was planning on like working on the weekends at Colonial Williamsburg.
You're so cute.
But also my favorite American Girl doll is Felicity. So like it just makes sense. So this house, like Colonial Williamsburg and like the colonial style of America, I think is so intriguing. And then HHN was like, oh my gosh, you love that and you love horror? Well, here you go. Oh, what about cults? Yeah, here's that too. It was just great. It was great.
It was a very good house. It was beautiful too. I mean, even with it was the gore house and the beautiful house. Like, and the fact that you could see the blood moon from pretty much every room you were in, so smart.
So
that was very cool.
So good. And seeing the kills of each one of the individual shop owners, like the candle maker was strung up with all of her candles like on her, and the cobbler was killed with his cobbling tools, and the blacksmith was shoved into his forge. Like it was just so intriguing. And of course we can't count out STP.
Yes. For I don't know who I feel like that's just a Universal employees thing, and it's maybe more specifically a Horror Nights like workers, you know.
Yeah, I mean like Mardi Gras too, Mardi Gras, HHN.
Oh yeah, Mardi Gras.
But there are also people that I work with at Disney that know STP, so I think it's just kind of like a local Orlando theme park worker.
It's a theme park community, theme park employee. What would you call that? It's like it's the bar where everybody likes to go. It's like what's that called? Like a bar where everyone frequents?
It's like Moe's in Simpsons. Like everybody goes
Yes,
there.
It's exactly Moe's at Simpsons.
Yeah.
It's called Sloppy Taco Palace. It's near Universal, and it's where if you go there any day, you'll like just look around and be like, oh, these people all probably work at Universal.
Yeah.
And the bar. So yeah, the town in Blood Moon is called Parish Town, but the bar is called Settlers Town Pub, which is a different name. Yeah. And so it's STP. Yeah.
And the triggers in this house were so funny. Like, they killed mommy and daddy.
That was one of my favorite triggers of the year.
Yeah.
And the one performer that I usually saw going through the house, the look on her face was just so earnest.
Yeah.
She sold it so well. Like, I really believed they killed mommy and daddy, you know?
The false-hearted must die.
Yeah. There was one trigger they added after the run started that was kill them. That to me sounded exactly like Tommy Pickles / Buttercup from the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
E.G. Daily.
Yep.
Dottie from Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
The bell tower scare actor.
So
who
good.
Just his whole job was to ring the bell tower, which I think is so fun.
And wave at me as I walk through.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
always
do
waved at
the
him.
finger across your neck
Yeah.
thing at me.
The mirror scare in that one room, I loved watching other people get scared by the mirror scare. I think it was as you left, they killed mommy and daddy, but that was always such a good one. And then the little town center where you could see into all the different shops like you would in a town center, and you can see across to the other set of like conga line people and the little kids with their intestines maypole.
I know.
Yeah.
So good. It was a good house. Kenneth,
So
you had
good.
this at number 6?
What's that?
Did you have this one at number 6?
Yes.
Just a victim of where it fell, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was actually my number 9 on my hype list. I unlike Maddy, like the colonial setting is not interesting or exciting to me. And I think that despite how amazing everything in this house was, just the colonial setting compared to the settings of every other house, and especially every other original house, put it at the bottom of the originals for me.
Yeah, me too. It was my number 9 for the hype list.
Yeah, like every other original just had an environment and setting that I was more looking forward to being in. That fantasy setting or the campground or the blues or the carnival were all more fun than the colonial town. But this house was awesome. I also, Maddy, did you find this house scary?
I think so.
Because this is a house, so many people were like, oh my God, that's the scariest house. And like, I don't know why I don't think I ever got scared in this house once, which is not a knock against it. Like Dueling Dragons was not scary and it's my number 4 and like, I loved it so much, but
it got me several times. The lady, so in the maypole scene, of course, I'm looking to the left at the kids with their intestines, and that there's a lady like up on a stand at the end of the building that like reaches out with like a leg or something. She got me several times. And then there was a scene where if you look down an alleyway, if you caught it right, if you got lucky enough to catch it, you look down an alleyway, there's a girl in a white dress staring at you down at the end of this alleyway. And you're like, oh man, she looks creepy, but she's pretty far away from you. And then you turn the corner and she's like right there and scares you.
What?
Yeah, it was.
Where was that?
Fabulous. It was
never saw
right
that.
after that scene, that with the lady with the leg. I was like, oh God.
What the heck?
Yeah, it was so good. It was so good. It was almost like that Dracula scene, or not Dracula. Was it Dracula?
Yeah, I think it was Dracula.
Yeah, from last year. No, it was, or 2 years ago.
Oh, where it was like the double mirror.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like he was coming from somewhere
Yeah,
else.
it felt like that, but this was not maybe it was a mirror. I don't know. But regardless, she got me.
I know what you're talking about, and I think that it was only a specific, like it wasn't every single cast that did it. And I'm thinking it may have also been like a scare spare, because she did that on one of my run-throughs as well. She was actually, as I was going, like turning the corner into the maypole scene, even before I got close to the woman with the leg, she was like walking kind of right behind the maypole. And she's the scare actor who, when you're in STP, moves the curtain aside and says, "The false-hearted must die."
Oh.
Yeah.
Some of the scare actors that did that role would wander the courtyard and then go back and hit their trigger inside STP. But some of them didn't, which is why I only caught it once or twice.
She did it fabulously, like got me so good. And then of course the couple of scenes where you walk through, like the church scene or the very end where you don't know which ones are real and which ones aren't.
Yeah.
That's always a big scare for most people.
The church scene was pretty good. I did really enjoy that one.
Yeah. So this ended up my number 2. It was my number 9 on my hype list, but it ended up at number 2 at the end of the year. This was the last house I went through for the year.
Oh.
Yep.
Nice.
It was so good.
Nice.
So I think that does it for our list. We went through the whole park.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just to...
Do we want to rank shows?
You're so funny, Kenneth. Let's just go through really fast and list your entire ranking from 10 to 1 at a time. So Maddy, what was your 10 to 1 for the houses?
Yes. My 10 was Chucky. My 9 was Oddfellow. 8, Dueling Dragons. 7, Darkest Deal. 6, Monsters. 5, Stranger Things. 4, Exorcist. 3, Yeti. 2, The Last of Us. And 1, Blood Moon.
Not bad. Kenneth, what you got?
I have 10, Chucky. Number 9 is Last of Us. 8 is Exorcist Believer. 7 is Stranger Things. 6 is Blood Moon. 5 is Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Origins. Number 4 is Dueling Dragons. Number 3 is Yeti Campground Kills. Number 2 is Monsters Unmasked. And number 1 is The Darkest Deal.
Very good. Ours are very similar, Kenneth.
Yeah.
So my number 10 is Chucky. 9 is Last of Us. 8 is Stranger Things. 7, Darkest Deal. 6, Universal Monsters Unmasked. 5, Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Origins. Number 4, Dueling Dragons. Number 3, Yeti Campground Kills. Number 2, Blood Moon. And number 1, Exorcist Believer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We lined up a lot.
Yep.
We never recapped our scare zones, did we?
No, you want to do those real fast?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
Number 5, Oddfellow's Collection of Horror. Number 4 was Shipyard 32. Number 3 was Dark Zodiac. Number 2 was Jungle of Doom. And number 1 was Vamp 69.
My number 5 was Oddfellows. Number 4 was Vamp. Number 3 was Shipyard 32. Number 2 is Jungle of Doom. And number 1 was Dark Zodiac.
And my number 5 was Shipyard. My number 4 was Oddfellow. Number 3, Jungle of Doom. Number 2, Vamp 69. And number 1, Dark Zodiac.
Sweet.
And then at number 68, I have the Bloody Snowball. At number 67,
Oh, good God.
I
We will be here for 10 years. Before Kenneth continues, I think we're going to do it. That's all for this episode.
Yeah.
I am tired. I am going to bed, damn it.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
All
late.
right.
We should say goodbye to HHN 32.
Yes.
Bye, HHN 32.
Goodbye, HHN 32.
It was a good run. You will go down in my history book, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah, it was a stellar year. Very, very good.
Great year. You guys, creative team has a big bar to raise.
What?
Yeah.
They need to raise the bar for next year. I don't know how they're going to do that. So,
Yeah.
Plus it.
Anyway.
Plus it.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Yeah. All right. Well, until
Live music.
Oh, live music, Pangolin. Anybody?
I mean, I didn't say that.
Do you hear
but,
that
know,
whispering in the
if-
wind?
if they insist.
I mean, that might be cool. That would, I would buy a more expensive ticket for that.
Instead of 2 RIP tours, Michelle's going to do 3 RIP tours.
Yeah.
But only if it means I get Pangolin's autograph.
That's true.
That might be a stretch. I don't know if they can make that happen. All right.
No.
Until
We don't know how to write.
Until next month, for more content, be sure to check out our Facebook page at facebook.com, Rush of Fear, and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Rush of Fear Pod. Go ahead, Kenneth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
I'm lost. Hold on. Here I go. For more general Universal Orlando Resort news, please check out our friends and UUOP network hosts over at the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast, wherever podcasts can be found. And for all your travel needs, especially HHN when it comes back next year, please reach out to our host and sponsor, Portkey Vacations. Visit her website, portkeyvacations.com, and just click on the Portkey and submit your no-obligation quote request to begin planning your next haunted vacation.
And before you continue, Maddie, actually, I already have people on the books for Halloween Horror Nights 2024.
How the heck?
Whoa.
We don't even have
Do
dates.
we even have dates for that?
Do we need them to know that it's going to be in September and October, and I want to stay at Hard Rock Hotel, and this year it filled up crazy fast, so I'm going to get it super early this year.
Fair. I guess if you're not trying to make it to opening night, you can just pick any September weekend, probably, for the most part.
Yeah, I have people who are already booking for next year, and we just add the tickets on later, so reach out to me now if you know you're going.
Yeah, guys, get on it. You can stay at the new Epic Universe Hotel.
No, not yet. That opens in 25.
Oh. Okay, in 2025, you can stay at the new Epic Universe Hotel for HHN and book through Portkey Vacations.
Now we're just confusing everybody.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. Be sure to check out Kenneth's band Pangolin everywhere you listen to music online and follow them on social media at PangolinFL. Kenneth?
Is this before the 24th
I don't
this
know.
Is out?
Probably.
Well, come see us at Will's Pub on November 24th. We're playing a show there, and it's going to be fun. And also, we have new singles out, so go listen to Old Man Yells at Cloud and Post-Seasonal Depression. Post-Seasonal Depression is actually the perfect song for the post-HHN season because it's about the time of year after the holidays are over. And if you love the seasonal events like we do, then this song is about after Horror Nights is over and the holidays are over and you're just waiting for them to come back.
Aww.
This song is for all the other times.
You should play it at the end of our episode, Kenneth.
Actually, yeah, put it on. Yeah, throw it on there.
Okay.
Post-Seasonal Depression by Pangolin. Put it on the end.
10-4. I will
there we go.
do that.
And then go at it in your Spotify playlist or your Apple Music library or whatever it is you have.
Yeah. If you could, please leave a spooky rating and review on whatever podcast platform you're using. It would really help us out, and we'd love to hear from you, the listeners.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for listening, everyone. It is time for us to go to bed. The podcast has come to an end. Now get out.
Oh my gosh, did you see that thing from next year that they've already posted?
Bum, bum, bum. No, is that real?
No.
Okay.
You should totally put that in there at the very end.
Yeah, that was the whole point.
Oh, you're so smart, Maddy.
Thanks. It's another stinger.
Yeah.
All right, everyone do a comical gasp on 3. Ready? 1,
Okay.
2, 3. Perfect. I love it.